Hello everyone, Giltar here with a video to kind of, I guess, address and discuss KPHM42's Gundam 00 contest, which ended quite recently, several days ago. And first of all, I just want to say to KPHM42, or Kenny, thank you very much for holding this contest. It was extremely gracious and generous of you to, first of all, just simply hold this contest and also provide all the model kits for the prizes. I think this was a great thing for simply just enjoyment for everybody involved, and also for helping motivate some of the community here at YouTube to interact a little more, or perhaps in a different way. So I think, you know, this contest was definitely a success in my eyes. And yeah, just thanks again, Kenny, for holding it. Also, thank you for involving myself and Versus Z as judges. I really enjoyed it. I normally love to sort of examine and analyze designs, especially custom designs, because they're very interesting to me personally. And it was a great thing to be able to not only sort of consider these custom works, but also use it in a judging capacity. So that was really, really enjoyable. I also want to thank, obviously, everybody who participated in the contest, everybody who provided entries and entered the competition. Great work all around. I also want to thank the people who watched the videos and also commented. You know, time is precious, and you know, watching these videos does take a little time, especially if you also want to comment. You know, you also have to consider the information that you want to share with other people, and, you know, leave your response and feedback about the custom work. So thank you to those as well. Basically, I'm thanking everybody around, essentially. So let's get to the meat of this video of mine. Now, I'd like to just briefly share my thoughts on every entry. I didn't comment on any of the entries during the contest because, as a judge, I didn't feel it was appropriate for me to really say anything. But now that the contest is over, I'm free to share my thoughts. So I'll start off with the two contestants who received prizes. First, I'll talk about T21804's entry, the Ghost in the Jungle Tieran Custom model kit. Tito was the grand prize winner, so congratulations. As Versus Z and Kenny have already said, excellent paint job. Great work with the diorama and the smoke effect part for the rocket fist. And, you know, I thought it was a really great entry because of the way that the design of the custom work really tied into the background fiction that you wrote for it, the nice short story. So definitely well deserved, and again, congratulations. Next up is Mr. Gzilla, who received Kenny's Choice prize, and he provided the Gundam Caradam Kai and the O Gundam Legend. Very excellent work here. I'm pretty much of the same mind as Versus Z and Kenny. Just excellent attention to detail on the battle damage and weathering done. For me, what I got most out of that custom work was the fact that it was so convincing. It was very similar to the experience I normally have when watching a movie or a TV show with really great practical effect props. So, like miniatures, for example. The reason why I say that is normally in such productions where the practical effects are so effective, so convincing, they're very realistic. They convince the viewer, the audience member, to you know, immerse themselves and really suspend disbelief. And that's what I found myself feeling when I was watching your video, Mr. Gzilla. I knew that these were 1:144 scale model kits, but at the same time, I was thoroughly convinced that these were larger than what they were. They looked really, really just well done and realistic. So congratulations on getting the Kenny's Choice prize. Very well deserved. And if you can do this with 1:144 scale kits, I can't wait to see what you'll do in the future with larger scale kits like 1:100 Gundam. Now, next up is, I hope I'm saying this right, it's Enkuresis, who offered for his entry the GNX EGT0923 NAX, which is basically, I believe, a custom enact mobile suit. I really like the color scheme. The black and white reminded me of the Susanoo design or the Overflag designs. I love the idea of the sort of relatively small melee weapons in the pair of GN vibroblades, but then it's also complemented by the large GN cannons on the hips. I find that sort of contrast very interesting in terms of just the concept of the design of the mobile suit, so great job there. Next up is Mexican Matt 46, who had two entries, the ZGN00PX2 and the GN00ED. Now, the first entry is really interesting. It's a combination, I believe, of the Strike Freedom Master Grade and the 00 Gundam 1-100 No Grade model kit. Very well done. I liked just the plethora of weapons it had. It was just bristling with cannons and beam sabers and all this other stuff, and a very intimidating looking design, especially when all the weapons are deployed at once. Though I will say that I do like the GN00ED somewhat more, just because I like the concept of a more of a close combat melee oriented mobile suit design. The combination of the 00 and the God Gundam was a really great idea. I love how it's a very symmetrical design. The placement of the swords and everything just really makes it a visually balanced mobile suit. I really liked how the GN drives were mounted on the hips, and how the GN Sword 3 was mounted on the rear skirt armor or the lower back of the model. A really interesting look there. And in burst riser mode, it looks like a sort of, I guess, a ball of bladed death. A really cool design. So great job, Matt. Next up is Testing Pointer 1 with the prototype YZF type glance. I really like this design. I can see how, when I first saw it, I thought it was kind of odd in that it was fairly, in terms of the color scheme, very straightforward. It was just pure silver or chrome-like colors. And yet, when I looked further into the background and read the concept behind this custom work, it really hooked me. I love the concept of having a reconnaissance and support purpose unit rather than a combat-oriented unit that pretty much everyone else created. I think that when you keep that in mind, the sort of it's I guess kind of like a satellite, a portable or mobile satellite unit. The color scheme and the large sort of structure on the back of the mobile suit really makes sense to me, and I just love this concept of a non-battle capacity mobile suit, where it's mentioned in information that it's not meant to take even normal weaponry can probably damage it fairly severely. I like that concept, where this is basically its job is to get in, get some intelligence, and get out and support the 00. Very cool idea. So great job, Testing Pointer. Next up is British Kakashi 0183. Very interesting entries. I really liked the Dynamis with the decals. It's a nice change to the standard Dynamis design. However, unfortunately, it seemed like the camera got out of focus when you were looking or going close to the model kit. So unfortunately, I wasn't able to get as good of a look at the decals as I would have liked. However, it was really great for the Exia in the rollout colors, which, I love the Exia design. I love the rollout colors color scheme. You put them together, it's something I really enjoy. I also like the combination of the Exia, the rollout colors, and the essentially vehicle markings, the decals, because that design really looks more plausible. It looks more convincing because the rollout colors are more subdued, and it is something that is more convincing as a sort of a militaristic vehicle. And then you add in the sort of vehicle markings on it from the decals, and it makes it more of a convincing unit. So I really like that design. Great job. And last but not least is Meads Lamaika's GN00ZK or ZK. Really great design. First of all, I think it was a really unique and brave choice to use an SD Gundam model kit. A lot of people will tend to dismiss those types of models because they are sort of more cute and adorable, and it's hard to take them seriously sometimes. But ever since probably a couple of months ago, I've really gotten interested in the SD model line, and also because of Meads' regular reviews of SD model kits. I really like those products, and I think you did a great job with that, Meads. First of all, just a really great looking custom job overall. Secondly, the use of LEDs was great. I like how you made a scratch built sort of GN drive or ZK drive or ZK drive. A really cool idea, and how you can sort of mount it in different spots. I really like the origami wing binders or thrusters. Very creative, and a lot of ingenuity that goes into something like that. And they possess articulation, so really great job. So overall, really great contest. All the entries were wonderful. I really enjoyed this contest, and I was really happy to be able to take part as one of the judges. So thank you again to everybody involved: Kenny, Versus Z, all the participants who made entries for the contest, and everyone else who watched the videos and made comments. You guys did a great job all around, and again, this was just a really great event. So those are my thoughts on the contest. I hope you all enjoyed it as much as I did, the contest, and I'll see you guys at the next video.